In a previous video, we talked about how you can be doing everything right and still feel empty, like you're showing up for your life, but not really inside it. And to further explore this concept, I got to thinking some of you may go, okay, I feel that, but I can't change my job or relationship or schedule or responsibilities. So now what? Which is such an important question because insight without options can feel like, cool, now I know what's going on and what's going wrong, and I'm stuck. So today's video is not about changing your life. It's about how to live inside it without disappearing. First, let's normalize something. Most people think emptiness means I'm ungrateful, I'm unmotivated, I should be happier than this. Emptiness isn't a character flaw. It's not a lack of appreciation. Emptiness usually means this: your output has replaced your experience. You're functioning, you're producing, you're meeting expectations, but you're not receiving anything back internally. In family systems, we call this a loss of reciprocity. You're giving energy to roles, tasks, responsibilities, but nothing is feeding you. This creates depletion and a quiet disconnection. So let's introduce the tool. Okay, so this tool we use is called meaning reinsertion. And no, it's not about finding passion or purpose. It's about restoring presence inside your existing life. Small, intentional, and non-performative. Before I walk you through this, I want to ground where this comes from. This isn't a mindset trick, and it's not about positive thinking. It comes from experiential and systemic therapy, where we understand that people don't just need insight, they need experience. When life becomes all roles and responsibilities, meaning doesn't come through thinking harder. It comes back through moments where you're actually with yourself again. In this approach, we don't try to change the whole system right away. We change how you relate to yourself inside it. That's what this tool does. It creates a small lived experience of presence without forcing calm or clarity or action. And over time, those moments are what start to soften the emptiness. Here's how meaning reinsertion works. You choose one moment a day, just one, and you decide this moment is not for output, it's for experience. This could be drinking your coffee without multitasking, walking without headphones, sitting in your car for 1 minute before you go inside, doing something slowly and on purpose. And while you're there, you name it internally. This moment is for me. It's not a role. To give you an example, you know how in a yoga class, the teacher invites you to arrive by saying, notice your breath. Go ahead and set an intention for today or for this practice. At first, you're thinking, I'm physically here, but my mind is in the parking lot. That moment isn't about clearing your thoughts or suddenly feeling peace. It's about re-entering yourself. You notice your breath, not to change it, just how you actually showed up. Shallow, fast. Did you hold your breath? Nothing to fix. Then the teacher asks you to set an intention, not a goal and not a personality upgrade. How do you want to be with yourself for the next 60 minutes? That's meaning reinsertion. You're choosing presence inside an experience that was already happening. In that moment, you stop performing and start participating. That matters because meaning doesn't come from changing the class. It comes from how you relate to yourself inside it. This is why meaning reinsertion works even when you can't change your life yet. You don't need a new schedule, a new job, or a new relationship. You need moments where you're not just showing up. You're actually with yourself while you do it. That's how emptiness starts to soften. Not all at once, just enough to remind you, I'm still here. People hear this and think, that sounds too small to matter. But emptiness doesn't come from one big loss. It comes from 1,000 moments where you were not present. So this is how you interrupt it. You just need one moment where you're not performing. This matters because when you reinsert meaning, you subtly change how you show up. You feel less rushed, less hollow, less embraced. Not because you demanded change, but because your presence shifted. That's often the first signal that something new is possible. This tool is not about escaping your responsibilities or forcing joy or pretending everything is fine. It's about reestablishing contact with yourself inside the life you already have. That alone reduces emptiness. You don't need a new life to feel alive again. You need moments where you're not just useful, you're present. That's where meaning starts to return. Promise yourself, 1 moment a day, not productivity, not fixing. That's enough for now. Until next time.